We begin with a pair of arson investigations in the city of Detroit. We're tracking both cases for you tonight.
But we'll start with the deadly tragedy, the fire that killed two young brothers. Let's go live to 7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig. And Kim, this is just heartbreaking.
It really is, Glenda and Joanne. And if little Damian Mackay and his brother, the two brothers, if they were awake when this happened, it's even more heartbreaking to imagine just how scared they were. Take a look behind me here. Arson investigators are still inside the house here, where the two boys were left home alone when the fire started, possibly by arsonists.
They better watch out for me. That's a promise. They better watch out for me.
He would only say his name is Papa, but he's the Detroit father of 4-year-old Damian and 1-year-old Mackay. And he says he left his boys home alone to visit friends across the street. Next thing he knew, neighbors were yelling that the house was on fire with his boys inside.
And where were they at in the house?
In the dining room.
Were they sleeping or watching TV or what?
They were watching TV, and I stepped right here to get a cigarette, and somebody pulled up. I stepped in the house right quick, though, because it's cold, and they closed the door. Somebody pulled up and threw something through my window from what I hear, because my other neighbors down there, they heard the crash and they seen the vehicle pull off.
With the permission of his mother, we interviewed a neighborhood boy, a possible witness, who says he saw a couple of men get out of a black Ford F-150 and walk up to the Prairie Street home.
I saw two guys, a light-skinned one, a dark-skinned one, and they had like an orange thing with metal on top in their hand. And I guess they threw it in the window, and then I went back in the house, and when I came back out, the house was in flames.
How long would you say your kids were alone over there?
10 minutes.
But the friend Dad was visiting said it was more like 30 minutes that Papa was away from his house and his young sons inside. Have you seen any evidence of arson at this point?
I see it was a fast accelerating fire, a lot of damage within that time. So we're just looking at it. Something we had to look at real closely. We don't know what all was in the house that might have go up real fast.
Arson investigators say it appears there were also space heaters, and while arson may be suspected, it's too early to rule anything out. Papa says he has no enemies.
No, nobody in the city.
Investigators now looking for evidence of arson or whatever started this fire that killed those two little boys. Anyone with any information is urged to call arson investigators at 313-596-2940. Again, that number to call if you have any information on this case, 313-596-2940. Reporting live on Detroit's West Side, Kimberly Craig, 7 Action News. Back to you, Glenda and Joanne.
So sad, Kim. What do we know about the boy's mother? Was she anywhere around? Do we know?
And this is really where it just gets even more heartbreaking. Police tell us that the children's mother was nowhere around. In fact, they say she was actually in jail. Last night, she was arrested on some sort of probation violation in Southfield. The father of the children tells me that he believes it's alcohol related. Back to you.